So we have here, guys, two cars from Texas, two SLs, a SL500 and an SL55. This one already had the coilover swap done. I did it last week, and this one right here is about to be done in a few days. People are bringing their cars all the way from Texas to Cincinnati, Ohio to get these coilover swaps. Why aren't you? Why are you sitting on the fence, not sure what to do? Let me help you guys out. If you're sick and tired of seeing this red light, do something about it, guys. I'm here to help. Contact me. Go to www.goldelementautoworks.com. Contact me, the owner, Brandon P. Green, and I'll help you out.
What year is the AMG?
This one right here is a 2004. And that's a 10. And that's a 14.
Cool.
And then there's some more stuff in the garage. Yeah, okay. So excellent. So your truck is down there. You didn't have any problem unloading it? You didn't?
No, sir. Nope.
Nothing scraped or anything like that?
It just had just minor ones, when I picked it up. Nothing really major.
Okay.
Yep, it was right here.
Okay, excellent. All right.
Black pins, that's all, huh?
Yeah. Well, we got one silver one.
Yeah.
But yeah, black is my color of choice when it comes to these cars.
Right.
So you did you drive all the way from Texas to here?
Yeah, there's two of us in the truck, so we're doing two
Oh
drives.
man, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Well, I frequently have cars delivered here to do these suspensions. Like that's what I have in the garage. One came from Texas already. So this is the second one from Texas, but they come from all over the United States. So I don't know, do you have like a card or something where I can maybe, do you all work under a parent company or are you independent?
Under a company.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give you the link for their Instagram.
Yeah.
You can have my cell phone number.
Yeah.
You can call me anytime, man.
Yeah, let's do that because
any car you want.
I'm doing these all the time. So let me get this information real quick. He wanted to see this thing start up, so I started it up. He's so impressed. Real cool guy, man. His name is Abdul. So I have his information, and we'll stay in touch. He has a Mercedes C32 that he wants me to take a look at back at his hometown. So he might be shipping that to me. But for the time being, let's focus on this beautiful SL500. Red, probably magma red, but I'll verify. One of my favorite colors on the SL. It arrived here safely. And it's my job to remove the ABC and to install Silver Neomax coilovers. So I can see here there's been some mods. I can see some tinted windows here. So right here needs a little bit of attention. This is that clear protective film, the vinyl film that has aged and cracked. I think he has the same thing going on right there. So that's that probably needs to be redone at some point, of course. But Mercedes put that on a lot of their vehicles from the dealership. It was optional. But I love this car already. I don't even know how it drives or handles. I'm sure it drives and handles like a Mercedes SL. Love this car. Love the color. Love the wood. Love the interior. Of course, we have the red light. You guys know what this means. Yes. Another coilover job, baby. From Texas. So the SL snuck up on me. My daughter said somebody's in the front yard, a red car in front of the driveway. Who is that? I came outside and saw the SL already sitting there. And there goes the truck down there. So instead of coming up here and then backing out, there's a turnaround down there. So they decided to just keep it down there and remove the vehicle off of the truck and bring it this way. You guys already know what time it is. Time for another coilover swap. This 2004 SL500 came from Texas, Cincinnati, Ohio. It needs some love, guys. and I got plenty of love to give. ABC has failed. The red light is on. It won't raise up. You already know what it is. This is one of my favorite colors, the red. There's a lot you can do with this red. I love it. Let's take a look at the instrument cluster. You guys already know what you're about to see. The infamous red light. Yep. Can't see anything. Can't see the mileage or any information because the ABC red light takes over everything. Yeah, this car needs some love, and I'm the guy to give it to it. I'm gonna get this car back up on the road. Get this car lifted the way it's supposed to be lifted. The lowrider is cool if the suspension still works. This suspension is dead. It's given up. But the owner has not given up on his car, neither have I. I'll get you back up in the air, don't worry about it. I'll save you, baby girl. I'll save you. All right, guys, the coilover job is complete. I'm pulling this bad boy out the garage. And I'm about to take some videos, some pictures of it. I'm gonna drive it around, see how it feels. This right here gets on my nerves. I mean, it's cool when the top is down, but the top is up. You know, that wind deflector gets on my nerves. You can't see behind you through this screen. Also, there's a noticeable hum. It has to be coming from the fuel pump. And it kind of is harmonious with when I give it gas or I don't know. Let me see. Not so much. You hear it kind of dropping and come back up again as I don't know. Maybe it was just a fluke that it seemed to be in harmony, but it sounds like it's a fuel pump or something. Oh, my hood is open still. That's not the notorious ABC light, guys. That's the hood. Which once you get over a certain mile per hour, then that will come on. So probably about like once you go above 10 miles per hour, I think. If you did not pop your hood or close your hood, if your hood is still popped. Okay, maybe it isn't sequential with your speed. It's just telling you, close your hood, fool. All right, come on. We add a little fluid in there. All righty. Check it out, check it out, check it out. The coilover job is done. The car's not cleaned up. I just happened to finish the coilover part of the car. The car, he still needs me to do a couple things like the HID headlights. CR1 on the driver's side is more blue and brighter than the OEM one on the left. They both are HID, but that is the 8000K and this is the 6000K. So there's a noticeable difference. He wants me to, he only easily gained access to this one. We swapped it out. He wants me to swap this one out. It's kind of tight in there. We're gonna see if we can do it without removing the bumper. If I can access it from inside the hood. It's kind of tight back there. Gotta have small hands to do it. And then this hitch cover right there, that little square piece needs to be permanently installed. I think he wants me to glue it. I'll see if that's the best thing to do, is to glue it. Once you glue it, you have to pry it or break it to get access to that, the hole that the hook or whatever turns into. Let me see, I think the marker light over here needs to be replaced as well, the bulb. This one right here. All right, it's not lit up. That one's lit up. So there's a few little things. Also the bumper, the bottom part of the bumper has some cracks in it from the transport company. So I'm gonna put some glue behind that so that the crack doesn't get worse. Might even hit it with some red paint up underneath. There's a lot of scratches. See a crack right there. Bunch of scratches up underneath. Crack right there. That was the worst one. Some scratches right here. Unfortunately, guys, that's what happens when these cars drop down with ABC. You tear up your front bumper. Oftentimes they get scratched up, especially if you're trying to tow it or go up on a curb. So I didn't put the inner wheel lining back in there because I got to get access to that bumper for the repair. But yeah, the coilover job is done. It's adjusted properly. It feels good.
Turn up! Yeah, turn up!
You stupid. Don't you hate your neighbor sometimes? Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive this thing now. I have it dialed in at I think 17 rear, 20 front. That's a little firm for the back. I used to do 15 in the back. But I've had a couple people reach out to me about their adjustments, wanting it to be a little more firm in the back. So I've been going a little hard on the back. Then they can always dial it down. That keeps a more stiff, balanced ride. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, it does feel good. I'll tell you, man. Can't nobody tell me nothing. It needs coilovers. I mean, it needs sway bars. No, it don't. Coilovers are hard and makes it drive like a Honda. No, it don't. You guys. Oh, man. I love people who just talk without having the proof or experience to back it up. Their biggest fear is taking a Mercedes and doing a modification to it that would change it from a Mercedes into something lesser than. But these people just don't know. They don't know. They just don't know. I think it's just an inner fear, or they're telling themselves that because it makes them feel better about their car, the uniqueness of their car, that it is still original. So they downplay any modifications, such as the eradication of active body control. Little do they know, this car drives great on adjustable coilovers, man. This thing drives great. I love it. I love how it handles. It feels so good. God, this thing is smooth, man. Only if they knew. Only if they knew. I try to tell them. They don't listen, though. Adjustable coilovers are the future for these SLs. It's the only way to keep these things on the road. Now, if you want to be that guy who still has original active body control on this SL and it makes you feel better about your ownership, you feel like one day your car is going to be worth a mint, well, I hope it does one day, because the sacrifice you're making by holding on to something that's always failing, hoping with the goal in mind to one day possess something that is special because it hasn't been modified. Well, I hope that works out for you. But that's not for everybody. Hold on. My baby's calling me. What's up, love?
All right, so we had a change of plans.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm back at it. Yeah, guys, anyone who doesn't believe in the coilovers on an SL, I really feel sorry for those who are closed-minded, because this thing really drives and handles so well, and there's no reason to be dogmatic regarding this issue. I'm not dogmatic regarding those who want to keep ABC, but I'm open-minded and realize that coilovers is a fantastic option. And I'm telling you because I'm driving it right now. These coilovers on this SL feel so daggone good, and these are Silver Neomax. They're not making any noise, no popping, no pop, locking, dropping. This car is nice. Very nice. Handles very nice. There's not many cars out here that look as good as these cars look, that perform as well as a Mercedes SL performs, that you can buy at a affordable price, $10,000. I bought one for $4,500. I bought one for $2,500 before. You can buy these SLs for anywhere, and I'm gonna average anywhere between $8,000 up to, I remember talking about up to 2006. Anywhere between, $7,000, $8,000 up to $20,000, I guess. These cars, no matter what you pay, if it's been reasonably taken care of, you are buying a great car to own. I'm talking about a car that's so sexy, that looks so good from every angle, looks good whether the top is up or top is down. It's going to receive comments and remarks and accolades and attention that no other car will receive for the price that you're paying. You're going to have the power and handling and performance, whether it's ABC or coilovers. You're going to get respect. People are going to acknowledge the beauty of your vehicle. It make you feel real good about owning this car. I mean, just the ergonomics of the car, the interior of the car, the way just the way you sit in the car, man. Your view of the road. God, man, it's just hard to really explain. Very few cars encompass this much luxury, handling, comfort, power, performance, luxury. Did I say that already? Sophistication, class, all in the same package. Most cars are lacking something. Guys, this SL lacks nothing. This is the car to own. I don't care about the top not working sometimes or whatever. I don't care about the suspension. There's a fix for that. At the top, just get the work done. When you start having this issue right here because it's leaking, all right, just get the top fixed. Or not. Try this thing with the top not working. This car is gorgeous. You don't believe me, man? Let's just take a look at this car. With the top not working, look at this car. Look what you're getting. Look what you're getting. Look what you're driving. The top doesn't work, so what? Drive your car. You look good in it, as long as your windows work. And look, this car has a panoramic roof. I mean, good Lord. This thing is sexy. You don't see that roof when the top is down. This is a beautiful car that can go. It feels more like a sports car when you do adjustable coilovers, but it still feels good. Do you guys understand that adjustable coilovers are the future of this car? To keep this thing on the road and to enjoy it finally without worrying about failure? One of these days, you guys are going to get the point. Adjustable coilovers are the way to go with this car. Goodness. And I'm saying it not because I'm selling them, not because I'm installing them, but because I own them. I own it on my own personal vehicle. Why do you think I did that? If I didn't believe it, then why do I do it for myself? And why do I encourage everybody else to do it? If you want to keep ABC, cool. But just know that there's another option out here, guys, and it's a good option. This is a gorgeous car, man. Drive it. Do what you got to do to keep this thing on the road. Drive it, please. Now, this car, of course, is from Texas, here in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's how much of a believer this person is And he'll see. When he gets his car back, he'll see. Because when it arrived, it was flat, low to the ground, and getting, scraped up. But look at it now. Look at it now. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Oh, snap. What do we have here? Another one. How you doing? What's going on, man? How you doing? You know I gotta get you recorded, right?
Pleasure, man.
Hey, you as well, man. Yeah. She's beautiful.
For 3 hours, I had this little SL500 right on my bumper.
Hey. He's going door to door selling stuff like that. But yeah, Indiana.
Yes, sir. Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay. Not too bad of a drive.
No. Probably won't take 75 home.
Okay.
Take 127.
Okay.
Actually, when I from Ohio, and I grew up on 127 up in Williams County.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're familiar with it.
All right, sir. Your new battery is installed from AutoZone. This has a date of 1/24. I don't know if you can see that. So you have a brand new AGM battery. That is the key. It has to be an AGM battery. It cannot be a AAA dry cell battery. Even though it is an H6, it has to be an AGM battery on these Mercedes. Otherwise, you have the issue that you were having. The battery will go flat on you. It will die because there are always electronic devices operating inside this car. Very low current draw or amperage draw, but they are always operating. It might be the security. It might be, I don't know, when you approach with the key, it activates, it turns something on. Something has to be on to activate when you approach it with your key. There's sensors that are always working on this car, which is normal for all Mercedes-Benz models. You ever walked up into your car, like approached the car and it reacts? That's because it was waiting for that signal. So it responds. There's things that are always active. And like I said, when you lock the car, there's a security system. There is things that are drawing current from your battery. And so these dry cell batteries cannot handle that. They are not up to par. They are not up to Mercedes standards. That's why Mercedes designs these vehicles for the gel only AGM battery. Now in this case, this SL500 has two batteries. It has one in the front, one in the rear. Now the front battery is the starter battery. That's all it typically does is start the car. That is a dry cell on the SL model. But the rear is a gel battery, AGM. So use the proper battery or you'll have issues. In this case, the car, even though this was a brand new battery, a January 2024 battery from AAA, it being a dry cell, it would not hold a charge. The car needed help. Every time you start the car, it would start, it would say convenient, I don't know, something about the convenient battery offline. That indicates that the rear battery, in this case, the accessory battery, does not have enough voltage to operate the basic systems inside the car, the electronic systems inside the car. So some of the unimportant things will shut off until the battery charges up enough, until the alternator charges the battery up enough to turn those accessories on. So if you're getting that indicator, that light, that warning, that is the issue. Make sure you have a gel battery, an AGM. Now this Duralast, you might wonder, why did I put an AutoZone battery in a Mercedes-Benz? Well, it is because Duralast comes with a 3-year warranty. Mercedes batteries come with a 2-year warranty. And this one is more affordable. It's $279. So you need to use discretion, use common sense. These batteries last. I put these in all of my vehicles. A Duralast Platinum AGM battery is what I put in all my vehicles. In this case, it's an H6. It's a little bit smaller. My other vehicles require an H8, like the S-Class, the CL-Class, the G-Wagon, the GL. Those require the H8. So just a little bit of word of advice. If you're having that issue, consider that as a possible cause. All right. AAA is cool for what they're cool for. But when it comes to Mercedes, you got to make sure you know what you're putting in your car. All right. You're paying for coverage. What they will do is realize that their battery is not up to par. It's not sufficient for the application, for the needed application. And so you have to go out on your own and buy your own battery. And what they will do is they will compensate you for the cost of the new battery because they have to admit they don't have what you need, although they promise to have what you need. Because you drive a special vehicle, a Mercedes, you have to go on your own, get your own, purchase your own battery, and they will compensate you or refund you the amount that you paid. So it's important to keep the receipt, all right? Like I said, this also comes with a 3-year warranty. They ask for your personal information so that they can warranty the battery. And you're good at any AutoZone. Just bring up your phone number, the purchase should show up, and you're good for 3 years. I've had to use that. I remember buying one for this vehicle years ago, and it didn't last more than a few days. There was something wrong with the battery itself. They gave me a new battery replacement, and it's been working ever since. That was probably over 3 years ago. This is a great option. All right, so consider that as a possible reason why your car might be dying on you is you don't have the proper battery. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a gel or a dry. Make sure that these batteries don't die. If you do have a drain, some type of parasitic drain, make sure you address that, because no matter how good of a quality battery that you buy, Mercedes can personally install a battery. If you have a parasitic drain, some type of draw that is more than normal, then it will kill your battery. And once these batteries dump, dry or gel, but especially gel, once these batteries dump, they lose the capacity, the ability to continue to charge up naturally from the alternator. You might even lose a cell. You don't want to do that. So find out why your battery is draining constantly and resolve the issue. Even do that before you install a new battery. You naturally want to just put a new battery in there and think that that will fix it. But if the issue is still there, it will eventually show up again, and you might be wasting your time in your battery. So take the time to diagnose your car, or have it professionally diagnosed as to what is drawing current. A lot of current. We're not talking about the things I mentioned earlier about the normal amperage that is being drawn, or the current that is being drawn just in normal operation. We're talking about like a radio that won't shut off. I don't even know. Like, there's a lot of components to the stereo system that can stay on. There's also, I remember the system that looks for the key as you approach the car. That can activate and stay active, meaning like your dash lights will not shut off because it thinks that it'll keep saying, remove your key, or different weird things that it will do. I remember a dashboard on a CL500 that I had before. It would not shut off. It literally would just come on and turn off, come on and turn off. So you have different modules and different ways that the car communicates. They're supposed to go into like kind of hibernation mode, or like they default into what would you call that? It's like they turn off, but they're ready to be activated, but they turn off into like a dormant mode is what I'm trying to say. But if they won't go into dormant mode the way they were designed to, if they don't shut off or quiet down, then that's an issue. If they stay active, that's an issue. So figure out why your car is draining your battery, and if it is the battery itself, resolve that. If it is a drain of some sort, figure that out. All right. Otherwise, guys, just continue to maintain, drive your vehicle, do what you can do before you pay somebody else to do it. Educate yourself. There's a lot of information out here. Do your research and figure it out. Okay. If you need help, reach out to me. You already know. Area code 513-967-8079. You can go to my website, www.goldelementautoworks.com. That's goldelementautoworks.com, plural. You can hit me up through Outlook, email. That's goldelementautoworks@outlook.com. You can go to my Instagram, no, that's not Instagram. That's a website. You can go to my Instagram at widebodycl55. All right, inbox me there. There's so many ways to contact me. You can Google my business, and I have a business page on Google. You can contact me on there. But you can call me or text me. Texting me is easy because I'm always busy. But you can call me too. I'll answer, and if I don't answer, I'll call you back. Area code 513-967-8079. Talk to you guys later. Keep on keeping on, like Joe Dirte said. Keep on keeping on. Life is a garden. Dig it. You know what I mean? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. All right, guys, I'm about to take this car for a drive. That's the SL500. Coilover job is complete. Car is dirty. Go take it for a spin and also take it for a bath. I've never heard on any of these other cars, though, this notorious little humming noise. It has to be from the fuel pump. It's always it's just this humming. Not used to that. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, let me go grab something real quick. I forgot. All right, I'm back. Still need some gas. Yeah, this is a nice car. I love the Panamera roof. No, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. He mixing this thing up with the daggone Porsche. Panamera. All right, that's a Porsche. Panamera is the Porsche. This roof is a panoramic roof, I guess. Whatever. I can't talk this morning. All right, I'm going to wait. All right. Now I remember how these cars feel with ABC. When you hit bumps, you can feel the impact. It stays flat, but you still feel the bumps. With the dampening settings, you can adjust these coilovers to feel the bumps less. But if you make it too soft, then it overreacts and you do hit big dips in the road. So you have to kind of be careful with that. There's a fine line. Don't go too soft and don't go too hard. You go too hard, you feel everything. Too soft, you don't feel anything, but it bounces. Yeah, I love the way this car feels, guys. The Mercedes SL is one of the better designed cars that Mercedes has ever made. I mean, it costs a fortune for them to build this car over again. With the newer technology, it costs a whole lot. To buy a new SLs will cost you a whole lot of money. Is the build quality better than these? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. Because I've never driven a new one. But I know with this car, you're not left feeling like you need more. You know what? Let me get some gas real quick. Because this gas light is on. And I don't want to be driving somebody else's car. And I don't want to run out of gas. All right, so let me do him a favor and myself a favor and put some gas in here. Am I gonna make him pay for this gas? No. I've done enough business with him. He's taking care of me on the other end. So I'm not tripping. Of course, guys, I always put premium gas in these things. Never try to be cheap and put regular gas in here. It might save you now, but it's gonna cost you later. I use a business card. Why am I recording myself pumping gas? I don't know. I always go premium, guys. You drive a premium car that requires premium gas, put premium gas in it. Alright, so I'll put a couple dollars in here, get that gas light to turn on. Alright guys, that's done. Now, back to the fun part. All right, see what this bad boy can do. Reset that service maintenance light, the intervals. I think all of my vehicles are now saying that I've exceeded the mileage for the service. It's only relevant because it makes you more aware, making sure that you've changed your oil and done all the regular maintenance. But I mean, if you've done that, and it's not only mileage based but also time based. So if you don't drive this car much, it's counting the days like on a calendar as to how soon it needs to be done again. This car only has 66,532 miles. It's crazy. I don't like though that this happens. That the LCD screens mess up. No, it's just a common issue with these cars. And also this driver's side mirror does that sometimes. I see that often on Mercedes S-Classes, CO, and SLs. It happens a lot. It's because it's, you know, it automatically dims, the auto dimming on the side mirrors. Most cars only have it on the rear view, but Mercedes put it on the side mirrors as well, the driver's side. That's the primary one that you'll use, so that's when they put it on. Heated mirrors, auto dimming mirror. Expect nothing but the best from Mercedes, but also expect in time failure. It's just what it is. The more that they put onto these cars, the more opportunity things can go wrong. All right, 1 second. All right, guys, so here it is, 2004 SL500. Coilovers are installed. This car handles, drives beautifully. Well done. Well deserved. Handles very well. Looks very good. Perfectly balanced the way it handles and drives. Great power, great acceleration, great control. This is quite the sophisticated vehicle that has been saved. The suspension had this thing sitting, not being driven. It was a problem. Now it's a blessing. This is a beautiful car. I love the red. I love the red. Red with the dark charcoal gray interior. This customer had me doing more than just the coilovers. They also needed one of the passenger side HID light replaced. It was actually upgraded from the 6,000K that comes OEM and standard to the 8,000K. Let me show you guys how bright it is now. They come with the white. When you upgrade it to the 8, it has a slight, like kind of like an ice blue. Let me see here. We'll do it like that so you can see the fogs. But it now has the bright bluish hue. Okay, so that was an upgrade that gave this car a little bit brighter look. It's brighter on the highway or on the road as well. It's not just for cosmetics, but it's also brighter than the standard. He also had me doing his front bumper because when it got dropped off, there was a lot of damage to the front bumper, the underside. There was cracks and it was scraped up real bad. Now it's red. I fixed some of the cracks. I put a 3M adhesive plastic bumper repair compound on the back side, stopping the crack from getting worse. Also secured the crack so that it won't split more than it's already split. And I painted it so it's a pretty red now instead of it being all scratched up. Looks good. Also the rear trunk struts, I replaced those as well. You know when the trunk struts are bad because the trunk won't stay open, it just keeps closing. So I replaced those. His remote, the battery was dead on that. So his car wasn't responding, he didn't know why. So I replaced that remote key. Looks like he has a back tail light that is out. So this car had been sitting. This car needed some love, some attention. And so he sent it my way. And so there's several little things that he needed done to it. So I took care of a lot of these things. Evidently, there might be a few more things that need to be done, but now this car is safe to be driven on the road. Now he doesn't have to worry about ABC failure. He just has to worry about the little stuff now. Oh yeah, you guys know that you have to remove that front bumper to get access to this passenger side headlight. To replace that HID bulb, you can't do it from the inside because you have the brake component that's in the way. Unless you can remove that, which I wasn't going to try to do. I had to remove the front bumper anyways to do the repair. So while that was off, I replaced that light bulb, passenger side. You can access this one easily, but that one you cannot. Let's just take a look at what I did regarding the ABC pump. Of course, that one was removed and I installed a standard power steering pump. Let's take a look at that real quick. Standard power steering pump in place of the ABC pump. This oversized reservoir is gone. You only need a small reservoir. This can be cleaned up. Here go the struts, the top of the struts. I also installed a new battery. That's why I'm at AutoZone, because I get my batteries from AutoZone. The Duralast Platinum AGM batteries. So that was installed in the trunk as well. He had a AAA battery, but those AAA batteries are no good. They're not AGM batteries, so they go dead. So he has now a nice Duralast battery. I don't want to lift it because this is right there, but it's a Duralast Platinum battery, a brand new one from AutoZone. Comes with a 3-year warranty. Mercedes only comes with a 2-year warranty. So that was a must-have as well. So yeah, we have here a nice example of a Mercedes. This is a 2004 SL500. Interior is in good shape. It needs to be detailed a little bit. You can see just the dirt just from the car sitting the way it was when that suspension was down on it. You do have the typical LCD issue. Now it's on the radio and it's right here. But it's only 66,000, I believe, 66,000 miles on this car. So low mileage for this car. But the ABC failure is due to the age of the car, not the miles. I've seen these cars go 200,000 miles without major catastrophic ABC failure. So it's not the miles, it's the age of the vehicle. It's just what it is. But yeah, very nice car. Silver Neomax though was the customer's choice. He made a wise choice. All right, guys. So let's continue to see how this thing handles and how it drives. Now, if you didn't tell me that this thing had coilovers on it, I wouldn't know. The way it handles, the way it drives is really fantastic with coilovers versus the ABC. The only way that you'll know that is by driving it. And you would verify like, oh wow, this is really a nice car. It really handles nice. This car does not need ABC to drive well. It just doesn't. You know that you're in a Mercedes. You know that you're not in anything less than. This car really feels good, guys. This was a perfectly done coilover swap. No issues. It did not introduce any issues into this car. Instead, it solved a major issue. Now this car can be driven without fear, without worry, without anxiety. He's gonna love this car more than he already did. He needs to get that mirror replaced. Oh, shoot. Car is really smooth, really quiet. I believe I have the dampening settings in the front at 20 and the rear at, 17. I think I went a little firm. 20 and 17. Some of them I do 20 and 15, but typically I've gotten feedback where people have increased it maybe 2 turns, 2 or 3 turns. I don't know. So I did on this one 20 and 17, I think. It feels really good. The customer's gonna be very happy. Very happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing home. I've been driving it up and down over here in the area for the last hour or so. I'm happy, I'm satisfied, so I know the customer will be happy and satisfied. So I'll go ahead and pause the video for now and make sure I get this back home safe. All right, guys, so the 2004 SL500, the red one from Texas, is ready to go. I had to move it down there because I have another SL500 from Indiana that came in. So that actually is getting picked up today. In about a half an hour, the tow truck will be arriving, and that will be loaded up, and it will be delivered to Texas, to the owner's place of residence. So very happy to have been a part of this conversion from ABC to adjustable coilovers. So I'll take a pause for now, and in about a half an hour, I'll pick back up. Okay, the transport company is here, and he is doing what he's supposed to do, and that is take pictures of the car in its condition before he transports it, so that he can verify that it was picked up and delivered the way it was picked up. Hey, hey, hey. All right, she is saying goodbye, heading back to Texas. So it just so happened that he was able to reserve an appointment with you to get it sent back to Texas?
Yep. He told me that he wants to ship it back.
Yeah.
I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep.
Because it's rare that the same person who drops it off also picks it back up. Like, I've never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen that yet, you know?
No, but it went straight to me and him, no third party, no broker, nothing.
I like that.
I have my info, so.
I like that.
All right, Brandon, thank you.
Hey, no problem. No problem at all.
Take it easy, Jay.
Okay, I'll be in touch with you. All right, guys. Let's just take a look at the truck that's being loaded right now. Check that out. There go wifey coming back home. Beautiful, right? Looks good. All right, all the way from Texas to Cincinnati, now back to Texas. It's a beautiful thing, right? Beautiful thing. I love the support. Thank you, everyone, for trusting me with your coilover conversions. More to come.